The EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's Seahawk football as we rejoin the action in the second quarter. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
On the tackle.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great. With the offense, they can't be despondent.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A full 40 yards that time on 3rd down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. James now to return it. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah, my grandmother did the same. It smelled terrible.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now Wilson operating from the gun.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Intended for Tyler.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He finds Dorsett, it's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Get off the field.
And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. 49ers. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you nowhere to go here? He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And the Niners are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. It's Coleman here, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman as the first half is winding down. And this offense is running away with this one.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now Gould for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. We saw a fine first half from quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack on first down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 4. And this is third down.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting up.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Here we go. Here we go.
Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Wilson. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. James now to return. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Bring it! Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 89 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Wilson's pass.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie,